Hi everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you for joining us, whether you're watching, listening here in the United States or across the world. We're grateful to have you with us. Whether this is your first episode, welcome, or if you've been with us from the beginning, welcome back. If you can do us quick favors that are free, give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost. And if you have your phone out already, if you can reach out to maybe 25 or 50 contacts in your phone and share the Voices for Voices podcast and TV show with them, that'd be greatly appreciated. And all of those options are free. We are a 501(c)(3) nonprofit charity, so all donations like if you go to lovevoices.org, 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 all those donations here in the United States are 100% federally tax deductible. If you are outside the United States, just check with your tax preparer and they will help you along the process of donating to a charity inside the United States. So welcome. Glad to have you with us. Glad to be here for another show. Uh, it's uh it's Friday. Uh, a lot going on. Uh, we talk about this term, adaptability or pivot or whatever we want to call it. And that just means we're able to change as events happen or don't happen. So for example, right? We have an appointment of some sort, and we find out maybe a half hour, 40 minutes, 20 minutes before our appointment that the power went out in the whole building, and the appointment that we originally had scheduled needs to be rescheduled. And so it takes a lot to process that because for me, I mean, when we have an appointment, I don't want to say we're always looking forward to it, but there's some appointments that can help us and be more beneficial than others. And this was one of them. So, no big deal. Uh, but it just goes to show that, for anybody that's saying, like, oh, Justin, it's easy for you to say, it's easy for you to say. Well, it's not easy for me to say, especially at this time, because it was an appointment I was looking forward to, had it in my mind, uh, was ready to again ready to go there, part way on the way. So I had driven a distance and then found this information out. And so you go through the whole rescheduling process. Uh, and can't get back in the same day. So that's what I wanted to share here at the outset is we can't control, especially the electricity or other things that help make a business go and work. So we can't really, I mean, we can, but we shouldn't really blame ourselves for that. Because there's nothing we can do, right? Acts of God, you know, are, hurricane, an earthquake, you get it. Um, and for anybody who has ever had an appointment changed at the last minute, canceled, rescheduled, and that rescheduled date is further out than what we would like. This is this is me sharing my story that I am not immune to things like this happening or occurring, right? I mean, everything isn't always the it's not always fun, right? I mean, looking forward to an appointment, and somebody might be like, "Well, what kind of appointment? What was this?" And it was completely illegal, the appointment, and it was again, it was disappointing, uh, because I'd been looking forward to it. Uh, Whereas if you asked me 20 years ago, I would probably have a different answer. More than likely, I would have a different answer, like, "Oh, thank goodness." But that's not how it is. So that's that. So we just have to learn and take our minds and not beat ourselves up about it because there's nothing we could do about it. I mean, we can get upset and bummed about it, but if it's outside our control, it's outside our control. And so this was one of those, um, a time like these where when it occurs, just have to be ready to reschedule, be flexible, and then to show up for that rescheduled appointment. Yesterday was pretty toasty outside. It was over 90 degrees and it's summertime. It's amazing how summer here in the United States seems to only last a very short amount of time. And it may be like that where you live too. It's like once you get kind of used to it in a little bit, in like a sense, then all of a sudden, snap of a finger, summer's over, it's fall. And so where we live, we have winter, spring, summer, fall. We have four seasons. Not every location does. Not like, for instance, I think Hawaii, they very rarely have a winter and very rarely have snow. They have had snow in recent memory, but those are things that are far and few between. Uh, so there's no plows or salt trucks or in a location like that. It's going to snow once every 30 years or once every 20 or 10 years. But the getting back to the appointment, it takes a toll a little bit on the mental health. Because, right, like our minds in motion of going to an appointment. And so then we have to kind of stop and tell ourselves this is not my fault. I couldn't control it. And mentally that can be a challenge, right? Like, oh, here we go. Just another thing that is going wrong. Oh, I needed to go to this, and now I have to reschedule, and I have to reschedule, and that's maybe a month down the road or a period of time that's longer than usual. So then our minds have to go into, that coping. How do we cope with learning about not having an appointment? So how do we do that? Do we ground ourselves? I'm sitting here, I feel my eyes blinking. I stick my tongue out. Meh. But Joe, by the way, is sticking the tongue out. I was it's hard to believe some social media posts, but I saw this one said, reducing cortisol, which comes along with stress. Our body doesn't know the difference between good stress or bad stress. Anyways, the ideal state is to have cortisol as low as possible, so you have the least amount of stress and anxiety. And so the social media post I saw said that if you stick your tongue out for 40 seconds, it will lower your cortisol more than, I forget what I should have should have written down what they compared that to. But apparently it's on the listen. Apparently somebody tried it. That that's what I find interesting. You get these different studies and say, man, somebody had to try this for it to get to the point where it's actually being inserted into a social media post. So guess what I've done the last couple of days? I've stuck my tongue out for 40 seconds and I don't know if it's lowered my cortisol or lowered my anxiety or stress, but it's a little bit funny, a little bit cheeky. So give it a shot. It might work. Again, I'm not advertising this. It's not a sponsor at all. It was just something that made me laugh, and we all could use more time laughing than being serious, right? I mean, so much of what we do in society is got to be professional. We have to talk a certain way. We have to dress a certain way. And there's all these rules or unwritten rules. Why can't we just be ourselves? And even if a joke or something seems far out, you should be able to laugh at it and not take it personal. And that's another hard spot to be in. Trying not to take the work we do home each day. So to have a little bit of boundaries where we're not going to flare up about something work related when we're spending time with our family. And I know I can do a better job of that. Most certainly. I can definitely do better. Yeah, stick your tongue out for 40 seconds. Hopefully your anxiety and stress uh, due to lower cortisol will be helpful for you. Uh, Again, I thought it was caught my attention, and right, isn't that what social media and that's supposed to do? Is to catch our attention. There's so many posts, so many reels, stories, TikToks, whatever tickles your fancy. And so to capture a person's attention means more views, more clicks, and more money for who has posted a particular informational post. Some will be in video form, some will be in like a static photo, like a point in time that this photo was taken. So how do you react when an appointment is changed at the last minute or close to the last minute? You kind of just roll with what's going on, or does it bother you? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. You definitely have to check out, you got to check out our description because you may not know, but we have a merch shop with a ton of great options. I think we got over 100 different pieces of merchandise that we're selling. And again, here in the United States, the any purchase from the merch shop, from our books, like you see it behind my shoulder here, and others, Young Siren Born, The Adelan, check out Voices for Voices Publishing, Mythical Creatures Around the World Facebook page. There's just a lot of activity that's going on, and it's trying to share as much as we can, as early as we can. But as you, I think, can appreciate, is if we talk about something too early, then our competitors use that against us. And we've seen this time and time again, where that's exactly what happens. Take some information and it's like, wait a minute, I didn't know we shared that. And then we talk and we're like, we didn't share that. Well, just let your mind wander on that. What's your plans for the weekend? What are you and your family, you and your friends, what are you up to? Whatever it is, I hope it's safe. We're sending our loves and support to you, whether you are a believer or not. Positive vibes are better than negative vibes. So if we never come out of that so serious mindset and talking, it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be something, but it's not going to be anything like we're able to. I mean, that, from a girl's, a woman's standpoint, they say, let your hair down, just be yourself. Same things from a guy perspective. Even if you don't have long hair, just be yourself. I already know a lot of my flaws, and I'm okay with it because my flaws might match somewhat or a lot with a person or persons out watching and listening to this particular episode, where that individual says, you know what? I'm not the only one that does this or has this. There's somebody else, and they're talking about it. Again, I'm no superhero. I'm just a human being. We live, or we're born, we live, and we die. And so, as much as I've at times earlier in my life wanted to kind of speed up the time, like make time go faster, now I sit here at the age of 44, wishing that the time goes slower. But as we talked about on at least one previous episode, time doesn't stand still. There's something you want to do, something you want to try, somewhere you want to go, an experience, an event. Man, you got to do it. You just have to do it. You might say, "Oh, it's easy for you to say." No, it's not. It's not easy for me to say. You might say, "Oh, you have all these episodes." Yeah, we do. We have a lot. We have 555. This episode, 556. But we started at zero at one point in time. And then we started after that at one, all the way up to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 555, and now 556. It's not easy to do. It's a chore, but we're helping people. We pray for others. We pray for ourselves. And if somebody's upset that we're praying for them, they have that they have that ability to do that. They can be upset. But when we pray for people, it's to help. That's what that's what it's there for. It's to help. So if you're upset, we prayed for you at one point in time. Well, before I go to bed and in the morning, I pray for me and the whole world. And including the whole world are people who may be considered enemies. But we still pray for them because they're still all human beings. Yeah, we're still all human beings. So thank you for joining us in this episode. If you want to give us a thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost, get that phone out if it's not already out. Share the Voices for Voices podcast with 25 of your contacts. We greatly appreciate that. It's free. Thank you for watching, listening here in the United States, across the world. We love you. We're sending our support, and we hope and pray that you are prosperous, whatever that looks like for you. So we'll see you next time on the show. Until then, let's celebrate the voices of the world, and let's not just be a voice for ourselves, but maybe somebody else in need that might not be able to share their voice so easily. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next show. Bye bye for now.